Hey everybody, welcome to the DW Plays video. This time I'm taking a look at, as you can see here, Duke Nukum, or Duke Nukem, the original Duke Nukem, Episode 1, Shrapnel City. So this was the absolute classic platformer by Apogee. So you're the pitiful hero they sent to stop me. I, Dr. Proton, will soon rule the world. You're wrong, Proton Breath. I'll be done with you and you still have time to watch Oprah. Get ready, Duke, you're going in. So this game is incredibly simplistic. Jump is your control key, Alt is your fire key, and you just run and jump and shoot at stuff. Very, very different. You drink soda to increase your health. Very, very different from what we know and love from our wonderful, goofy action movie hero. So, you can destroy things for points. And Duke has this sort of ray gun thing going on. You got to avoid the TNT there. You can eat turkey to increase your health, and you can actually shoot it to heat it up, which is pretty neat. Of course, we got all these wonderful PC speaker noises because, well, early 90s. Yeah, this is a game that I played quite a bit back in the day. I haven't really messed around with it a lot for a very, very long time now. It's just been years and years since I really messed around with Duke Nukem. But if you want to mess around with it yourself, well, your options are kind of limited these days. Because, I mean, the original episode, of course, was shareware, so this episode that you're seeing here, you could have just picked up for free even back in the day. Find the key that goes to this door. And back in the day, this original episode here was shareware, so anybody could just share it to their heart's content. It was completely free. It was episodes 2 and 3 that were the paid portion of the game. Very common business model back then. At some point I'm going to remember to shoot the turkey leg there. But, suffice to say, there's not a whole lot to say about this particular game. It's simple, it's straightforward, is ridiculously easy to pick up and play. And it's really not my kind of thing. I mean, I don't dislike it, obviously. It's Duke Nukem. What's not to like about Duke Nukem? Except the fact that he doesn't have any one-liners and there's no blood and guts, there's no babes to save. It's a very sanitized Duke Nukem. And I'm going to go ahead and show you, even though I have weakened health, I'm going to show you something kind of amusing here. You can shoot the soda, and it will spiral up to the ceiling and burst, which is kind of amusing. Find the floppy disks there. Now I'm not gonna mess around with this too much for the sake of this video here. D-U-K-E. Obviously, you get all 4 of those letters, and you get a bonus there. This is an elevator. The nuclear molecule increases your health to maximum. You didn't get to see it there because I was standing on it when I picked it up, but that's okay. I'm sure there will be another one, eventually. Dodge traps, of course. Simple, straightforward, old school, classic, platformy stuff. If you've ever played an old school platformer before, this is all going to be very familiar to you. And of course, this very first one here, whether it's episodes 1, 2, or 3, doesn't really matter which one you're looking at. They don't really have the oomph that would make Duke 3D what it was and the mega hit that it was. So there's the molecule thing. There is no falling damage. I'm trying to remember where I need to go here. Like I said, it has been a very long time since I messed with the original Duke Nukem. If I remember correctly, yeah. You just gotta go back up here and use this key on the door. Press up to use the key on the door there. Go ahead and zap the robots there. Ah, crap. Did not mean to do that. Obviously, I'm not the best at platformers. And I've said this many times before, I'm sure I'll keep saying it many times hence, but I really burned myself out on platformers back in the day. And this was one of the games that I burned myself out on. So, I played quite a bit of this. Of course, there was stuff like Biomenace, Commander Keen, all that kind of stuff. You blast the force field there, and then you press up to move to the next level. And then you press up to read this note here. This is a good time to save your game. We're not going to save the game. Because I don't really plan on doing an MTO or a review of the original Duke Nukem. Because I've basically said all there is to say about the game already. It's a simple platformer. There's just not much to it. It's simple, it's straightforward, it's good for what it is. It's just I don't particularly care for it that much. By the way, you can destroy those balloons there. And like a lot of these DOS platformers, so you can spam fire when you're standing right up against something, but you can't do it when you're shooting at something more distant, until you upgrade your firepower anyway. Surprise, Duke! I'll be checking your every move with my security camera system. Okay, cool. In other words, I will blast them all. And even then, he still keeps following me even though the cameras are gone. Got your classic destroy the blocks to progress thing here. And then you got your blue key there. I think we'll go ahead and we'll finish this level up here, and then we'll go from there. Decide whether we want to keep going any further here. Because normally when I play a game like this these days, I get kind of tired of it after, well, only a couple levels, really. Not necessarily because the game's bad or anything, but because I just don't really care for platformers all that much. Well, that leaves us to the exit there. You know what? We're going to go ahead and head out the exit here. On the next level, you'll need to find a special access card that looks like a computer board. Cool, whatever. I think we'll play through this level, and then that'll be it. Give us a bit of scenery change there. See, now I've accidentally shot the turkey there. And it expanded into a bigger turkey. Which in turn means that it heals more. Because clearly that's how turkeys work. Gotta be careful with those. Now, I should note that for those of you who might be interested in giving this game a try, it is not a difficult game at all. Very simple, very straightforward, quite easy. And of course, the PC speaker noises are not for everyone here. Obviously, us old school DOS game players will vibe just fine with it. But if you're not used to those kinds of noises, then it's definitely not going to be music to your ears. In fact, it's probably going to be quite annoying to you. And now we need a green key there, which we don't have. So, we're going to have to go back. And as you can probably tell, the platforming is sometimes a bit janky. This is one of the better platformers for DOS. So if you're looking for one of the exemplars of DOS platform gaming, this is definitely it. The sequel is a lot better, though. And I'll do a DW plays of that one as well. Because why not? I mean, there's not a whole lot to talk about as far as the game itself is concerned. But, I mean, it's Duke. And if I'm going to be making videos about Duke 3D and the later games in the series, I might as well go ahead and make at least one or two on the original Duke and Duke 2. So, definitely keep an eye out for that Duke 2 video whenever it ends up happening. I'm not sure exactly when. And there's the circuit board that we need to exit the level. There's a lot of TNT. Yeah, if you like DOS platformers, you'll probably get a kick out of this. Now, as far as finding a copy of it yourself goes, like I said, the original episode is shareware. However, if you're going to go for this game, you might as well just go ahead and pick up the full version. It's on Zoom platform. That is the only place digitally that is still able to sell it, unfortunately. Same kind of deal with Manhattan Project, Duke 3D Atomic Edition. I talked about that in my Manhattan Project review. But Zoom platform managed to score a sneaky deal to distribute Duke 3D and Duke 1, 2, Manhattan Project, and funnily enough, even some of the add-ons for Duke 3D, like Life's a Beach, in perpetuity. So they get to still have them, whereas GOG no longer does. Now, what you're seeing here is actually the GOG version. I mean, obviously, there's not really much of a difference between this version and what you get on Zoom platform. They're the same game, after all. I mean, these are simple DOS platformers. It's running in DOSBox, nothing crazy. But the one on Zoom platform is obviously still available, whereas the one on GOG no longer is, unfortunately. So, I'll have a link to that in the video description box, so you can check that out if you're interested. And I need the blue key card. And there's also a blue key and a purple key. Because, reasons. there's the purple key. And I need the blue key, and I don't know offhand where the blue key is. I'm trying to remember. Crap. I've fallen down here, and I did not mean to fall down here. It's probably up there, knowing my luck. At any rate, yeah, I think we'll finish up this level, and then we'll call it a video here. Because, oh, no, wait. There it is. Now I gotta figure out how to get down there. Ow. Trying to remember. This is also one of those fun old school platformers where you have no choice but to take damage sometimes. Because that's the only way to access certain areas. So, alright, here we go. Well, I found the D, I need the U and the K. And here's something to note here. If you pick up the letters out of sequence, so it's D-U-K-E. If you pick up, say, D and then K, if you find U and E later, it doesn't actually count the for the bonus. Not that it really matters. So there's the E. And it just gives you a few points there. And then there's the circuit board, and that's the end of that level. And then in the next level, it would be boots that allow you to jump higher. But I think you've gotten a pretty good idea what this game's all about. Like I said, it's a very simple, very straightforward game. There's not a whole lot to it. There's not much to talk about, which is, of course, in turn, why I didn't really feel like doing a full review or MTO on it was something that really made sense. At least not with this particular game, and certainly not with its sequel either. Not to say that either of them are bad games, because they're not. It's just there's not a whole lot to talk about, and so putting them into review or MTO format just doesn't really feel like it fits. They'd be really short videos at best, and that's not really how I like to roll. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and like I said, if you're interested in giving this game a try for yourself, I'll have a link in the description box where you can pick up the game on Zoom platform. Occasionally I hope that it will come back to places like GOG and Steam, but Gearbox seems to want absolutely nothing to do with Duke Nukem, which is really depressing, and they currently own the rights to the franchise, so they would have to suddenly have a change of heart on that, and I very highly doubt they're going to, because they're basically all in on Borderlands and not really anything else. At any rate, that was the original Duke Nukem, or D-U-K-E-N-U-K-U-M, as they used to spell it. They did change that later on, but from Duke 2 onwards, it's the spelling that we all know. But he wouldn't become the awesome character that we know him as until Duke 3D. At any rate, hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all in later videos.